Alright guys, it's the first tag sale of the year for me. Still got some snow on the ground, and they said that they have PlayStation and Xbox games and consoles, so let's see what they have. Alright, I got a whole bunch of fighting games. Alright, I'm about to head into a Savers, and then I'm going to hit a Goodwill. I actually might hit the pawn shop, which I never seem to stop at. I've never actually been to. I'm just going to give you guys a quick preview, just a glance at what I picked up at that tag sale. I don't know how that came out, but I might be showing you that. Well, I will be showing you that later. That's stupid to say. Yeah, it's definitely worth stopping at this pawn shop. I just got Shin Mega 10 Sai Strange Journey for $5, which if I wanted to get it on eBay, it'd cost me at least like 20 bucks, which is really cool. And this place is very small. Alright, we're working with no hat today because I'm pretty sure this is going to be the last time you're going to see this afro and this beard fro. I am at a very sketchy part of Southington I wasn't really sure existed, and I'm about to go behind this building where there's supposedly an indoor heated tag sale. Let's go. Yeah, that was a lot sketchier than I had even thought it would be. Just this, like, garage that is heated by a furnace and had some junk that he's expecting to sell. Like, someone bought a bike from him, apparently, so I guess it is something for somebody, but the only thing I was even remotely interested in was a He-Man in the Masters of the Universe VHS tape, but I don't have anything to play it on. I just remember watching that movie when I was a kid, and it was fun, but it was like the fun where even as a kid you know how fucking terrible it is. Hey YouTube, Corey Zamir back here, wrapping up this week's pickups. Went to the tag sale, and it's kind of an interesting situation because it's my first tag sale where I've been exclusively looking for games for a good price, and I was ready to haggle. What I was not ready for was for someone to try and undercut me when I tried. Like, I got to the games at the same time as someone else, but I was smart enough to be the one to also be picking up the games as I picked the, as I chose them. And when she wanted $5 a game, basically, and she had PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games, and looked like whoever had these games just loved fighting games, which is right up my alley, as you saw last week. Picked up a lot of fighting games. This is like Fighting Edition Part 2. I didn't really have a chance to look at everything completely, as I'd fiddle with this Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, which is missing the manual, which I'm not a fan of. I'm very particular with how I collect things. If it's something I want for myself, I need it to have the manual, I need it to be complete. Like, and that doesn't mean I need it to have, like, a map if it came with a map originally. Like, I'm not that level of completionist. It's just, I really would prefer that it doesn't, like, if I open it, I don't want to feel like it's missing something, like this does to me. And I only paid $5 for this, but the problem with that whole thing was being undercut is I tried to get all the games for, I was going to try 2 at first, $2 each, hand her a $20 bill. I ended up getting 10 games. But he was just like, well, I'll give you 5. Like, as soon as I tried to haggle, it was just like, what the hell, man? Like, isn't there some kind of etiquette against that? So I ended up giving her 5 a game, which I regret on some of them, but like I said, I didn't really have time to, or I didn't take the time to take a better look at the games that I was purchasing. So like Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, I will be trying to get either a manual, or I'll probably get a manual rather than get rid of it and then try and get it again. I also got, for PlayStation, Darkstalkers, which I loved the cartoon growing up. Never played the original game. Darkstalkers the Night Warrior. Once again, don't have the real case for it. It's like Blockbuster bullshit case. And then I have the original Dead or Alive. I'm sure that'd be really cool. It's kind of like a ghetto-ass case, too. And I got X-Men, Children of the Atom, another fighter. This one has the back but not the cover manual, so I just need the cover manual for that, which I didn't actually think about until I just looked at it now. I was thinking I was going to have to get rid of this, but if I could just get the manual. This was probably the best condition game out of everything I got. I got Capcom versus SNK Pro, which I had never heard of. I've never really played any of the SNK games fighting wise. Like I just got King of Fighters. I think that's probably making a fool of myself, but I think that's an SNK brand, or maybe it's just, yeah, King of Fighters. That's SNK. Sorry about that pause there. I'm kind of reading it and then I'm actually doing something here. That one's the best condition one I have. That's complete. I got Soul Blade, Black Label. Very happy about that. All these games are in really good condition. They weren't played too heavily. Manual is a little bit ripped, which is not cool, but not much I can do. I'm glad to have the original Soul Calibur, I guess. I got Tekken 2, once again, Black Label. Fan of that. That's cat here. All these games are in really good condition, aside from some dust. Even the cases are in good condition on the ones that are complete. Except for this one that has a crack in it, but it's Pocket Fighter. I actually thought it was Puzzle Fighter up until I read the title just now, but that's cool too. I've never played Pocket Fighter. And last but certainly not least, I got Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. Now this case actually kind of came apart, so I'm going to need to replace that with some crappy case, probably off of a Greatest Hits game. But like all the discs are in pretty good shape, and this one has the manual and the back cover, so I'm going to be holding on to that. And here's another game I didn't know existed, but I'm happy to have. Capcom Fighting Evolution. They gotta pick some interesting cover characters. Like, very rarely do you see Guile and Felicia representing their fighting games. Well, maybe Felicia, but Guile, like Ryu, Av. Always Ryu or Ken. You don't go with Guile. I don't know, that's just me. So that was all at the tag sale. That was the first tag sale I've had this year, and since I've been interested in doing this, so it was very exciting. You might also notice lost all the hair and the beard, so I'm looking clean shaven like I mentioned earlier in the video. I was going to be doing that. I followed through. Then I went over to a few pawn shops. I actually stopped at a GameStop because I wanted to pre-order Injustice, because I've been seeing a lot of videos of it online and it looks interesting. I waffled on whether or not I wanted like the, you know, super expensive collector's edition, because I do want a fight stick eventually, but I just wasn't a fan of how that one looked. It didn't look too cool with all the, like, it's basically looked like the DC Universe shit all over that fight stick. It's just absolutely smattered in DC Universe characters. I'm not really that into my fight stick looking like that. I'm going to be using it for a while. I'm kind of too tall for this. And went to a pawn shop, one that I hadn't been to before, and he was selling some games. I saw Shin Megami Tensei, Strange Journey, which just came out a little while ago. I could have sworn this game isn't that old. Oh, 2009. My perception of time is a little bit off, I guess. It's complete in box. Goes for, I think, around $20 on eBay. Only paid $5 for it. That was really cool. I'm going to be going back to the pawn shop more often. Hit the pawn shop that's right down the road, and here's where I need your help, viewers, or viewer, if there's even more than one of you. I just picked up another 3DS. This one's in very nice condition. Don't see any scratches, less fingerprints on it than my, of course I didn't bring it anywhere near here, but I have the Fire Emblem 3DS, which I brought out of the house for like the first time a few weeks ago, like a week ago, and I was just paranoid that something was going to happen to it. Like I was just going to be like, oh no, I dropped it, or oh no, you know, like a dog, like my fiance, her family, the dog is always like kind of jumping up on you. And it's just like, I didn't want the dog to like just absolutely own my 3DS. So I was just like, this only was $90 at the pawn shop I went to, which is really not a bad price for a 3DS at this point. And I'm just wondering, do I keep this and try and sell my Fire Emblem one? Or do I sell this one, make like $20, and just deal with the fact that I'm not going to be able to keep the Fire Emblem one in pristine condition unless I keep it inside the house at all times. And then there's also the third option, which I'm trying not to entertain because I have a great desire to own the Pikachu 3DS, especially since it's the XL. And when I saw that it was only available overseas, I was very upset, and that I would have to spend like upwards of like $400 to $500 to get it here. And now that they're bringing it over here, thinking like a month or so, maybe in the next few months, it's kind of annoying that I already have a 3DS when that's one I obviously would want. And at that same pawn shop, I actually got Steel Diver for only $5. I really don't know anything about this game. Looks like it might be a cool thing to check out with how it uses the 3DS gyro sensor, as I'm reading here, as like a periscope. That's kind of cool. I did play around with the 3DS when I got it, and the 3D functions like with the camera are very fun to play with. And at the GameStop that I ended up pre-ordering Injustice, I got special edition for Blade Runner, the final cut, which I actually, this is in like straight from like very, very new condition for something that's pre-owned at GameStop. And I've never actually seen this movie all the way through. I'm looking forward to taking the time to do that. And I also got Crash on UMD, which is not here, so I can't show you it. And today is Sunday. This was, all that stuff happened Saturday. That was a big Saturday. Sunday, I slept in a little bit, ate breakfast, didn't end up leaving the house until like 10:30. Went to a really, really sketchy tag sale in the back of like some garage. I was in and out of there in less than 2 minutes. And then I went down to Bethlehem, and I'm probably not going to go to Bethlehem that often because I'm not seeing any games there, and in retrospect, finding Ico there with how long it takes to get there, how long it takes to get back, and the fact that Ico only is like a $20 game on the internet, it's really not that worth it. Like, to just randomly hope that you're going to find something cool. But I did end up getting 5 CDs there. Got a 3-6 Mafia CD. Sealed, factory sealed Blackstreet. Another level. Tupac's Life. I'm assuming this is one that came out after he died. Not really sure. Trick Daddy, Thug Holiday, and then there was XDMX. The only one I'm really happy about is the DMX one. I'm happy about everything except for Trick Daddy, I think. Although, with Blackstreet, I'm only aware of like the one song that they had, which is No Diggity, which I probably already have on my iPod. That's all I have for you this week, guys. If you have any comments as to what I should do about my 3DS situation, please leave a comment below. Please remember to like, comment, and please subscribe. I've got 2 subscribers right now. I appreciate you guys. I want more. I'm sorry. That's how it is. Peace.